streak ended last week in Baltimore. How do these two teams pick up the pieces? Charlie Jones going to play it from just inside his end zone, and Jones has his seam. Jones, 30, 20, 10, touchdown! No flags!
On the edge, but he has to have a chance to make this play.
They go end around. Moore's going to toss it and into the end zone to a wide open Williams. DJ Moore lines up in the backfield again, misdirection. This is Zacchaeus, finds the edge. Zacchaeus lunging. Touchdown! It's a 15-yard touchdown. Every scoring play subject to automatic review, so waiting to confirm.
They're trying to disguise their looks.
Only about 5 yards away from McPherson's field goal range. Flacco puts a man under it far side. Higgins! Just crazy catch for the Cincinnati touchdown.
And again, this is just base coverage. You see the safety over there. He's trying to bite down. That's Jaquan Brisker. He's trying to bite down on the slot receiver. And you know, as a cornerback.
Third and goal, Bengals rush 4 to the end zone. Loveland for the Chicago touchdown. So Caleb Williams atones for
the question when he rolled.
And now they're saying touchdown.
Right.
Ruling on the play is a touchdown.
Right there. Before he lands out of the bound, the other side of the line of scrimmage today against the Bears.
Bears approaching 200 yards. They got more. It's Brown breaking free, and he's in for the Chicago touchdown. Going back to last week against the Jets, just incredible. Flacco buried. Football came out. Chicago has recovered. Clete Blakeman making the official announcement. Austin Booker knocked the football loose. In his Chicago season debut, the second-year player has been on the shelf with the knee injury. He had that sensational to get Caleb Williams and company possession in a short field. Looks like we got a double pass. They get it back into the hands of Williams. Bagent gets it back to Caleb. As Bagent gets Caleb Williams, that's his second catch of the day.
I mean, that's pretty. For the goal line and cupping that football, it's like Taylor Britt's elbow kind of keeps it secure enough, just long enough for the ball to be considered in control and breaking the plane. So I think he gets a little assist inadvertently at that point, fellas.
What an effort by D.
Tackle the runner in bounds. That's going to help you win.
Flacco to the end zone. It's Fant for the touchdown. So the Bengals. McPherson lines up, looking for the bounce. Football live. Who's got it?
I don't think it went 10 yards.
Did it go 10?
No, it didn't. Number 92.
Let's quickly bring in Gene's territory. Gene, take us through.
I'm looking at Daniel Hardy's right toe as well, right there. I think he is first to touch right at that point, even though the ball's gone 9 yards. Live football at that point. You take a look here, what's the right toe? Daniel Hardy, left foot. I'm sorry, there's a left foot graze right there on the football.
This is unreal. Taj Brooks, Oren Books were two of the Bengals in the vicinity for the 40-year-old Joe Flacco playing with a bum arm. Second and goal. Flacco, end zone, touchdown! Yossi Bush!
Trying to win this football game.
On 3rd and 10, Williams again under duress. Williams gonna run for it across the 40, gets close to midfield.
Completed or the clock is running.
Williams slings it. Williams, Loveland bangs off his man. He's gonna score. Home. Colston Loveland in a jaw dropper. 58 yards on the catch and run from the rookie.
Battle, knowing what the situation is. Battle is super deep. And then he just doesn't wrap up. He just tries to go in there put his shoulder on him. But in my mind, in that situation, he is playing too deep, so he can't close on the football. I love what Williams did. Boy, when he had to make a play, he had a big time.
If you're the Bears, no matter what happens, knock the ball down or tackle.
Flacco trying to give his guys a shot, fires down the field, and it is picked. Rashawn Wright and the Chicago Bears survive a career day from Joe Flacco in a potentially epic comeback by
Rodgers buying time. Going to his right, directing traffic, throws, and it is hauled in for the touchdown by Jonnu Smith. Yep, check this out. And they run a little push, but a flag is down.
Full start. Offense on the right guard. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Yeah, Mason McCormick jumped a little bit early. You know, they put Connor Hayward under center, the tight end. And, you know, just putting him in there, sometimes it can affect the rhythm. You really see the whole right side of the offensive line firing out there before the ball was snapped. So that penalty will push them back, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal. This is their version of the tush push.
Look at that with Washington.
He's a grown man.
Yes, Rodgers is just standing back there. He's not going to get involved in that. Meanwhile, here's Boswell. Flacco lost one. Chase makes this catch. Touchdown. There's a flag down. Ramsey looking back. Ramsey's trying to get offensive interference going.
Pass interference. Defense number 5. Penalties decline. Result of the play is a touchdown.
But it's on Ramsey.
This is a matchup everybody wants to see. Jalen Ramsey against Jamar Chase. Condensed in tight to give him more room to work with. Ramsey there, that's the, you know, you can see him kind of acting with both.
Off the fake. Going deep downfield, and it's going to be picked off. You've got Jordan Battle, who's had a couple. Quick throw. Higgins inside the 10. Higgins in the end zone. And a Cincinnati lead. And now you got the conference going on. The crowd, of course, is responding to what you see, the replay.
He definitely has the football. I think it's more about the feet down. What an effort here by Turner to get this ball out. Just to get it out. The right foot's definitely down. Let's see it here.
Terry, what are you seeing?
Al, I see an interception. The defender takes the ball away. The knee gets down inbounds. This should be an interception.
Is the ball move at all enough, Terry, for you to have any doubts about that?
I don't believe it does. I think he's got complete control with that knee down and then maintains control through contact with the ground.
Let's not lose sight of how, I mean, that is a huge, not just the time of this play, but what a play by Turner.
Was the knee down before the hand was out of bounds?
After a crew discussion, the ruling on the field is an interception by Cincinnati. First down.
Rodgers has time. Throws, caught. Touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. 30 left in the third. On 3rd and 4, Flacco under pressure. Going deep and hauled in. And stopped at the 21-yard line. Yusuvash. Bengals up by 3, trying to extend the lead, and the pass is caught for the touchdown. Noah Fant, the tight end. Comes in a tight formation. Play fake, Rodgers throws, and that's hauled in by the big man Washington. That didn't take long. Makes it a one-possession game again on a drive. Flacco, and that's dropped by Chase.
That's unacceptable.
That's
what the heck's going on?
Man bites dog. That's the headline. Not your dog. You know. 3rd and 13.
Oh man.
Yeah, what's wrong with him?
Yeah, what's the deal? He said, wait a second.
Oh, that's perfect. Like, what?
That doesn't happen.
Not you. Rodgers avoids the sack. Deep downfield, caught at the 35-yard line, and going all the way to the end zone is Freiermuth. Pat Freiermuth, Flacco down the sideline, caught, and sliding to a stop at the 6 is Higgins. Brilliant, just brilliant. Snap good, hold good, kick good. Rodgers spinning, winding up. As far as he can throw it into the end zone, what's going to happen here? Knocked down.
On second down, Allen looking, end zone, touchdown! In the traffic, Dalton Kincaid is there for 6. As the Ravens quarterback. Toss, Henry. Through the secondary, Henry to the end zone, touchdown! The power running of Derrick Henry for 30 yards puts the Ravens on top. Still remains the back. Jackson keeps left side, got a great block from his tight end, and takes it for the touchdown. Mark Andrews threw a great block, and Lamar Jackson and the Ravens have scored. He is having an opening night. Lamar laying it up for Hopkins. The veteran still got it. DeAndre Hopkins touchdown.
Oh, wow. I'll say this. I have had a handshake with that hand right there. It is no surprise that ball stuck. And if DeAndre Hopkins can do anything for this football team, that's it. Those contested throws, those balls on the side.
The fullback, Reggie Gilliam. It's a fake. Allen looks to the back of the end zone. He'll take it himself for the touchdown. Buffalo bringing 4 and leaving a spy on Jackson, who's in trouble. Gets away. Escaping. Got a lot of room. There he goes. First down, Lamar, much more. Across midfield to the 46-yard. Gain of 19, probably ran about 60 on that play. And here goes Henry. Quiet in the second half. Not anymore. Henry, another touchdown. He only had 6 yards in the second half after the huge first. So plus 19 yards for the Bills, and they started out at 20. And Allen looks up downfield. Coleman comes down and makes the catch. Great job going up to get it. Gain 21.
This was a throw he really struggled with when he was coming out of college. Anything off to his left, he trained a long time to really open up his hips and get better at that. But the continued improvement.
Got it spread out. Only 2 Ravens pursuing, and Allen throws deflected and caught by Coleman on the tip for 6. And the Bills remain alive. And when he got here, once the minicamp started, he came back with ability, maturity, and he comes up. Allen taking a shot downfield. It's hauled in. It's the third tight end. Jackson Hawes, the rookie out of Georgia Tech, his first ever catch, brings it to the 1. He was at Yale.
He's the blocker. He's the blocker in this offense and makes the play on a second bounce. Mike, this game is nuts. This thing goes to overtime. It'll be one of the all-time.
Allen reaches over the pylon or the goal line for the touchdown. Broke the plane just by jumping and using that 6'5" frame. And now they go for 2 to try to tie this game. Toss Dawson Knox in motion. Allen unloading, throwing. That's Palmer! Out of bounds at the 35. They're in field goal range. Remarkable.
Just absolutely zipped that throw in there. That was from the first quarter when he came out with that almost angry look. There's only a handful of quarterbacks in this league that could have made that.
Baltimore brings some pressure, and Allen throws. It's caught on the run. Coleman, Keon Coleman tripped up at the 9-yard line. Timeout, Ravens. Exactly.
Because if he had scored on that play, it would have given Baltimore and Lamar
Up for a game-winning field goal. From 32 yards, Prater made it, and the Bills open their final season in this stadium with a stunning comeback win.
Second and 6 to the end zone. Oh, it's the perfect pass. And little Jordan with a big drop.
I mean, this was a perfectly thrown ball. You said it. It's like, oh, you got to make that watch. It's a setup like it's going to be an option, and got away with a little bit of a pick there. That's why Johnson was late getting out, but that was another perfectly designed play that should have been a touchdown right there. Fortunate for Buffalo.
The running back. Pass. Open. Touchdown. Touchdown. Buffalo Bills. McCall Hardman on 10 rushes. Here's another one to Cook. And Cook fumbles. Fumbles, and the Broncos are right there. Singleton delivered the blow that knocked the ball out. And Denver has the recovery with Hufanga.
What a play for Denver. This is why there's...
They fake the handoff to Harvey. They little sidearm pass. It's wide open to the lineman we just mentioned. Crum comes in as an eligible receiver. He reports, and he receives, and he runs it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
I'd send someone right downfield, but the safety's there to make the outcut.
On second and 10, he's rolling, planting, going. Here's you go, Tony, to the end zone. They got it! What a call! It's Humphrey holding it in for the Bronco touchdown. No timeouts. Tried to load it up. Better head to the sideline if he wants another play. Oh, lost the football.
That's why you never do that.
It is picked up by the Broncos, and there's time on the clock. It's picked up by Key, the first team All-Pro. Yards it is. Lutz to end the half with a Denver 10-point lead. 10 points. Cook line up right behind the right guard. Here they come, and they fumble again. They got to him from behind with Benito. And the recovery belongs to Denver. Is in here. Kincaid on a wing, quick toss. It's Coleman, sidesteps the defender and slides in for the touchdown. Keon Coleman had a big catch last week at Jacksonville. On 3rd and 5, Bills rush 4, pass is intercepted. Oh, look at one of the linemen just jump up and take it out of the air.
After he had 2 turnovers of his own, you got to be able to put that aside and come back.
2nd and 14. Deep ball down the field, and he is intercepted by Locke. Locke jumps right in front of the receiver and takes it right back for the Denver Broncos. Here's Allen. Drop it back, throwing it to the end zone, and it is hauled in. Kincaid, just as he did a week ago, with the touchdown grab, and the Bills are a Prater extra point away.
Allen still has it. Cuts back to the middle, and he got it. Well, the ball is out again.
I didn't hear a whistle. I think that could be real.
He was, for some reason, he was trying to extend the football. Nowhere near the sticks, and they say Buffalo football.
I didn't hear a whistle there, Gene. Did you hear one?
I didn't hear a whistle. It felt like forward progress to me, guys. Let's listen to it right here.
Yeah, there wasn't a whistle there. I mean, it would have been close if Denver recovered whether he was on the ground or
Still
not.
can rule that progress there without the whistle. And to me, on that replay, you can see Josh Allen standing still there for a couple counts before being knocked backwards. I think progress is the right call on the play.
Nice, Gino.
But in the end, you got Kincaid and you got Brown. It's like they jointly fell on it. But Locke, who had that interception in the third quarter, is getting some attention.
Jackson comes in, been a little used. They just brought him back a couple of weeks ago.
Hasn't played a ton today. Now it's like go out there and save our season.
1st and 10.
They're going after him.
Going for the end zone, over the shoulder. Oh, Mims hauls it in. There he goes to Shakir, who laterals it back, and they've got a big gain with Davis, and they're in field goal range. A hook and ladder call here in the final 30 seconds. Here's Prater from 50, and the kick. It's long enough and good.
He's automatic. I was like, if there's a guy, he's coming after him all out.
They pick it up, and they go deep down the field, and the pass is caught. No, it's McMillan has the football. How about that? Jaquan Mack to the championship game. Here it is on the way, and the Denver Broncos have won it in overtime.
Today is mistakes.
Judkins unleashed. Judkins touchdown. Quinshon Judkins.
That Miami defense. Whoa.
For a little bit of a bobble, Judkins gets it back. Judkins spins his way in for the Cleveland touchdown. As Miami begins with possession, down 11 from their 30. That one is picked. Campbell, and he will waltz in for the pick six on the first play of the second half. Among the best third down teams, bad today. Free blitzer to us. Pass picked off. Jenkins tackled down at the 2. Formation here with Judkins. Jenkins' first pick with Cleveland. Judkins bangs it in. Touchdown number 3 for the rookie. 11th pick of his career across all those years out in LA with the Chargers. Suro's pass, first down, and that one is picked. Browns ain't done yet. There is a penalty flag thrown in the offensive backfield.
And look at this, direct snap. Jalen Milroe, the rookie out of Alabama, with the pitch and looking there for Walker. And there's a loose ball, a fumble on the play, and the Buccaneers have gotten it. Charbonnet will remain with a line drive, caught, touchdown. Working on Vildor. Jackson, Smith, and Josh. Third down, 15, Mayfield. Winds up, throws, caught, touchdown! Abuka, right on the money! Lead that to this, second down 2. Fake to Walker, look at the time. Going deep, and he's got him! Smith and Jigba, what a catch! Beating Winfield, oh, what a beauty! Down and goal. Flag thrown, end zone caught, back touchdown. Flag thrown, A.J. Barner's got it. That one. Durham, the tight end in motion. Outside, Blackworth, that's a touchdown. White. So that was the first call I made when I got this job. First and goal, caught at the 3. Touchdown, Barner sheds Levante David. Move, Charbonnet in the backfield. Darnold, here comes Diaby, and downfield caught. Touchdown, Torrey Horton. Back is White. Mayfield to the air. Worth the block. Buying time into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Touchdown. It's Shepard. Sterling Shepard. Second down and 1.
There's the pressure.
Here's the pressure. Winfield had it. He throws an interception. It's picked off. It's picked off by Levante David. Oh, a gigantic play defensively. Darnold with a pick. David, the veteran, with the interception. And look where they've got the ball at the 38 of Seattle.
Well, it looks like it bounced off the helmet. He's getting pressure. Let's see on this throw here. If it ricochets off a helmet, it does. That changes the flight of the ball.
Of Logan Hall.
And Levante David with the reaction, able to get the interception and put the Bucs right at the 35-yard line.
He'll be officially, the ball will be at the 21, and the field goal length will be 39 yards to win it. 39-yard field goal for McLaughlin to win it. Got it! And Tampa Bay will win it on a walk-off 39-yard field goal. What an incredible season they have put together to get out of the gates and now go to 4-1 atop the South.
Do that tonight. Prescott in trouble, and down he goes. That's Sweat. And some linemen back in there. Jumbo formation, and there he is. Harrison. What a start to Harrison Jr. has put together, and look at this move on Deron Bland.
that is an amazing route in that close of space. And here CeeDee Lamb watching it on the big screen.
Yeah, don't take our word. They're in field goal range for Aubrey. It's 3rd down and 17. Here is Ferguson. Ball's out. And into the arms of Budda Baker. O'Donnell has it blocked. Into the end zone in a race. And a touchdown. Sam Williams blocked it. Nealon, the touchdown. Back on. Brissett, touchdown. Brissett has thrown one and now run one in. And that's his second. The second touchdown run by an Arizona quarterback this season, the first for Brissett.
Just get a good push. You see Brissett, he puts that leg back whenever he's going to keep it and keep the football on the quarterback sneak, and he's able to punch it across. But what a drive that was for Arizona. 11 plays, 74 yards, and they needed to.
Good snap, good hold, and the kick is no good, wide left. First and goal from the 12. Brissett lets it fly. End zone, McBride, touchdown. Quick strike by Arizona to start the second half. Now from the 5. Prescott, end zone. Flournoy, touchdown. Their first of the night. And this is a game. Extra men on the rush. Javonte Williams. Strong tackle on the edge by the rookie Will Johnson. Ball is out and recovered by Akeem Davis-Gaither. Prescott just trying to buy time. Sweat chasing him. Downfield jump ball picked off. Intercepted by Denzel Burke.
Tua over the middle. It's intercepted by Tony Jefferson. Off the hands of Jalen Waddle and right into the waiting fingertips of the veteran Jefferson for the fourth time. And Tua hands off to Achane on first down with some room to run. There he goes. See you later. Touchdown, Miami. A 49-yard touchdown. Third down and 10. Tua taking a deep shot, looking for Waddle. Waddle's down there, and he holds on, going to the ground. A juggling catch by Waddle.
Gadsden on the backside of the formation.
Third and goal. Herbert on the move, chased by Sailor, throws, touchdown. Ladd McConkey. Great drive by Herbert and the Chargers, and they run. Third down and 1. Play fake. Herbert to Vidal. First down and angling for the end zone. That's a touchdown. Kamani Vidal. And the Chargers take advantage
on offense.
Tua on third down. Plenty of time. Tua wide open end zone. Touchdown. It's Waller. Pressure coming again. Herbert in trouble. Herbert keeps it alive. Completes it to McConkey, who stops on a dime. There he goes. McConkey inside the 20. How did Herbert do it? 42 yards. J.K. Scott. Dicker's kick online. It is good. And the Chargers regain the lead.
To make the play, you make sure you have your defenders out
It's
there.
intercepted on the play. Derwin James. And that will do it.
That's on the clock now.
And plentiful on fourth down this year. And they'll go. Mahomes got it for Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. Third and 3. Goff in the middle, fires. Jameson Williams bouncing off tackles into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Shamo to the house. Hollywood Brown in motion. He's got on the pop pass. Hollywood Brown to the end zone. Touchdown, KC.
We talk about the circus all the time. Watch the defender right here as the circus comes back to him. He has no idea where it is. I know there's a football here somewhere, but I have no idea where it is.
Tyrus Wheat went searching. Found second and goal, Goff. Scanning, firing to the back. Laporta, what a catch! Touchdown! There was no space, and Laporta brings it in. Wow. 4 point. Kelsey part of the bunch at the top. Third and goal. Go. Mahomes. Searching. Puts across with a touchdown to Hollywood Brown for the second time in the second half.
So much traffic, you take the far left guy of the bunch and run him all the way across, and Robertson's got to try and weave his way through traffic. There just is no way. Andy Reid something, and there was a little exchange, and then people came running. I think that was Juju Smith-Schuster who came running into that.
Just glanced up and saw 2 Chiefs, 1 Lion, and then, of course, everybody coming on the field at the end of the game. And look, and there is a pretty significant brawl going on here. The back end of that over to the right. Pyrotechnics going off because the clock hit 00. But that does not take away from what's going on. The officials are all on the perimeter of this, and now the officials are heading off the field here as this thing is left to settle down.
And Mahomes was at the bottom of the pile, and smartly a few of the Chiefs dragged him out of there.
first time. Jones will throw on first and goal. To the goal line. Warren is in. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. And he's out today on first down. Jones rolls, throws, intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson and down at the 26-yard line. Jones on the roll, chased by Calais Campbell, trying to get to the goal line. He'll get there. Touchdown, Colts. Brissett on the roll, floats it for McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey McBride with his second touchdown catch. Cardinals on the move in a tie game. Brissett will throw underneath. It's caught. Dortch down the sideline and into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Arizona. There is a flag down, though, at the front and goal. Jones, pressure comes, floats it back in the end zone. Caught! It's Josh Downs with the touchdown! Toss play, Taylor to the edge, to the end zone. The Colts take the lead in the fourth. Down for the Cardinals, down by 4 late. Here they go again. Running back, linebacker, one-on-one. 2nd and 1. Brissett looking that direction, but this time it's Wilson. Jump ball, he's got it! Michael Wilson working against Jonathan Edwards, leaping high to make the catch, and the Cardinals are knocking on the door. I mean, you wonder if you're doing that just to give this all the room that you want, right? You pull the linebacker up, you can see that opens up that whole area on the outside on a little bit of a back shoulder throw. Now, let's watch the chess game on timeouts. At 31-27, you've got to score a touchdown. That's 34-31. You give yourself enough time as the Colts to get back and put yourself in position to get a field goal to tie. Here's Brissett on first down. Over the middle, finds Dortch. Dortch breaks one tackle, but he cannot get away from DeForest Buckner. And now a timeout. But 320 yards passing for the Cardinals this afternoon. Looking for 9 more and the lead. Second and 7 from the 9. Brissett, late pressure, and it's incomplete. Ended up at the feet of Michael Carter. Last time he was here, Jacoby Brissett was being cheered for. Now they're cheering against him on 3rd down and 7. Got to have your eyes on 85. Just went in motion. On 3rd down, Brissett under heat again. Dips and dodges away. Brissett in trouble. Down he goes. Left vulnerable on the offensive right side and had to chase Jacoby Brissett down. Cards have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get in, it's not the end of the game. But it's 4th down and 7 from the 9. Can get a first down at the 2 on 4th down. Brissett looking for the end zone. Incomplete. He wanted McBride, who's begging for a flag. None coming. And a turnover on downs. This is great defense because I really felt the guy on top. I felt he was going to be matched with McBride. They let him run inside. Here's the guy who picks up Trey McBride on the route. Outstanding inside coverage. Look at that. Is that Chris Lamons, 38? What a great job. And what a really good design with that bunch over there and the release and the way that they switch coverage responsibilities. If you're from the 29, a first down throw. Look at end zone. There's Malik Neighbors. There's a touchdown for New York. 29 yards. Wilson to Neighbors for the Giants' first touchdown of the year.
Hard count. Flag flies. Free play. End zone. Turpin. Touchdown Cowboys. Well, he was allowed to take a risk there, knowing that it was.
Call it every time.
First down from the 30. Handoff to Javonte Williams. Squeezed his way through. End zone ahead. Dallas takes the lead. Scadaboo still at running back. He's got it straight ahead for the New York touchdown and his first in the NFL. Giants back in front. Cam Scadaboo back in the building where he started in the Big 12 championship less than a year ago. Wilson going end zone. Robinson. Perfect throw. Touchdown New York. On fourth down, 32 yards to Wan'Dale Robinson.
Zerk the touchdown.
It's a pass. End zone. Pickens. Touchdown Dallas.
Yep.
George Pickens gives from the Dallas 48. Wilson protected. Heaving one. Wants Neighbors. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown Giants. He dropped it in the bucket from 48. This.
I mean, look at the concentration. He can't even see.
He's blindfolded.
He's blindfolded. His mouthpiece is bouncing around.
No biggie.
It's just, we have seen this time and time again. Malik Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson, whoever it is, they're always been.
Aubrey, does he have enough? On the way. That's why they trusted him. Wow. Never a doubt. Wilson. Deep ball. Oh boy, threw it up for grabs and it's intercepted. Donovan to try and win this thriller. Aubrey got it into overtime and now wins it. What a ball game! Cowboys in OT.
Tua, touchdown! Malik Washington, and what a drive for Miami. Second down and 11 for Miami. Tua looking deep, taking a deep shot. He's got Waddle down there. Touchdown! No! Yes, it's a touchdown, but a flag is down as well. Fresh set of downs for Buffalo. A pitch to James Cook. Cook inside the 30, lost the football. It's out. A scramble for it. And Miami has it. Juju Brents recovers the loose football. Not on the field either on third down. Allen to the end zone, and it is intercepted. Melifonwu with the interception in the end zone. Allen just trying to do it himself. Still going. Josh Allen carrying defenders with him. Lost the football. And Minkah Fitzpatrick has it.
Keep him protected.
Achane sneaks through. Achane, second level, turns on the Jets. Achane, touchdown! 59 yards. 44 to go. Allen pump fakes, now chased out. On the move, throws on the run. He's got a wide open Hawes, and it's a touchdown. Jackson Hawes into the end. Very warm on third down. Achane, he's got room again. See you later. Another touchdown for Achane.
Hand the ball off and into the end zone goes Sean Tucker.
That's not even fair.
No, it's 6. Cousins over the middle, wide open, and there into the end zone goes Kyle Pitts for the touchdown. 5 targets, 5 catches, 93 yards. Cousins going that way again. He's got it. Touchdown. What a night for Kyle Pitts. Second down and goal. Four-man rush. Pass. Caught. Touchdown. Devin Colt. He is the would-be number. The whole offense is Robinson and Pitts. And that ball is loose. And the Bucks, for the moment, will have it. Jacob Parrish in the end zone once tonight. Here's the pass. Hold in. Chris Godwin for the touchdown. White is the running back. Stays in the block. Flares out. Pass into the end zone. And that's Godwin again. All 8 on the ground. To the outside. Into the end zone. Brian Robinson Bijan Robinson for the touchdown. So Robinson puts it in, and all of a sudden, a 14-point game is on the cusp of going to 7.
Good for this Atlanta team. Last week they were eliminated from the playoffs, and we were talking to them this week. But what's the fight like in this team? What do they still want to go out and compete? We've seen that on display this entire game. Good job of setting the edge there, and good vision.
The other night.
Sure did.
Ooh, 2nd and 10. Pass to the outside is going to be picked off by D. Alford.
He's playing zone. He's just reading the eyes, and he fools Baker Mayfield. I think Bake thought he was going to stay on the slot receiver and go vertical, which would have freed up another matchup against Kobe Bryant.
3rd and goal. Robinson in motion. Cousins goes the other way. Pitts. Can he handle it? They say touchdown. Pitch to the right, coming out of the slot. Cousins down the sideline, caught. Mooney comes inside. Cousins sacked back at the 39-yard line. Sack, it does. Now it starts again. Cousins fires along the sideline. Oh,
10-yard penalty.
On top of it. Pressure up the middle. Pass is for a first. Cousins underneath, going to pick up a few yards here. Pitts to get to the 43. Cousins throws, reaching in all likelihood.
Now watch how this route works. Kind of at this point, he knows exactly. Just got right to the sticks and then goes up.
Mooney. First down. On the ground. They spike it here. So it comes down to this. And the kick is just inside the left upright. And there's a little celebrating going on in Charlotte, North Carolina right now.
Season high 48 points Monday night against Indianapolis. Purdy to the air right away. They jumped around. It's picked off. The Bears have it. T.J. Edwards inside the 10 to the end zone. Touchdown Chicago on the opening play. Jalen Johnson tipped it. And the turnover-prone Bears get it another one. They lead the league with 32 takeaways on the season.
Jalen Johnson on the outside is going to jump this coming off of groin surgery. They said that he is finally back where he's ready to play.
First and goal for the one, Purdy.
Touchdown.
Launching to the end zone for the touchdown by Tonjes. What a response from San Francisco.
See this Bears defense make this kind of mistake. The only guy possibly that could have gotten out of there was Edmonds, and for whatever reason, he...
What's up? Purdy on the boots, got space, gonna take off, inside the 5, Purdy to the end zone! Touchdown, San Francisco!
These two quarterbacks, we talked about it. What do? Once they break the pocket, they hold the ball longer than any two quarterbacks in the NFL because they do a lot of this. And when they press down on the line of scrimmage, you have a choice. Do I drop coverage? Do I go up and make a tackle? And Brock Purdy just...
So to the 35-yard line it goes. And a first down for the Bears. And Williams to the air one more time, sending it downfield to the end zone for Burden. He's got it! Touchdown, Chicago! Luther Burden just told you about his ability. Behind the secondary, and Williams hits him.
The Chicago Bears love these deep throws. We see it game after game and game winners out there all the way across the field here. And I am going to watch this thing over.
First and goal, Juszczyk in motion, leading the way from McCaffrey to the edge, to the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. CMC TD.
So you're going to get the same motion here, and then instead of the cutback lane, now they're going to stay outside zone on this play and come up with a touchdown.
Theo Benedett, the extra offensive lineman, moved. Free play for Williams as the flag is down, so Caleb looking to launch, goes towards the end zone, touchdown! Colston Loveland! So it was a free play. Williams taking advantage of it, and if the flag is on the Niners, we're an extra point from a tie game.
Offside. Defense number 93. Penalties decline. Result of the play is a touchdown.
That was like an Aaron Rodgers play there. He got the offsides, worked the hard count, and then very calmly, after he knew he had it, watch him just drift over here, buy a little time. He knew he was going to throw it deep. Why not? You have nothing to lose at that point.
Second and goal. Purdy keeping. And he scores again.
We got Montez Sweat right there is going to be unblocked. That's the read. If Sweat takes a step down, here we go. It's exactly what happened. Took the misstep and down the line. And I'm just going to say, we talked about it. It is the ability.
Third and goal, DeAndre Swift to the edge, cuts it inside for the touchdown. Jonah Jackson was out there blocking. Swift takes it inside, an extra point away from a tie game.
I'll tell you, when you get these kind of blocks on the edge outside, it just completely makes the play. You take out the outside part of it, there's nobody left, everybody sort of...
Had to go quick with the play clock running down. He did. It's a boot. Purdy pulling back, stepping forward, throwing on the run. Touchdown! What a play, Purdy! Juszczyk on the business end. You deserve to dance.
The play only starts when this guy takes off. It has been the Brock Purdy show out here tonight. From the beginning, you knew it was going to be a scramble-off between these two quarterbacks. Look at Juszczyk. He was just sitting there watching the show. He kind of got lost in the whole thing. But this is...
And some of the lights off for the music performance between quarters. We're now at full light as Swift gets up to full speed and scores a touchdown! DeAndre Swift. I don't need those stinking lights. 35-34.
Who's going to get the key block right there that's going to spring DeAndre Swift. This has been a team effort. Both sides of the ball, tight ends, wide receivers blocking, running backs doing spectacular things. If this is a preview of the playoffs, sign me up.
Juszczyk in motion. Still Purdy with a clean pocket. It's complete. It's Jawan Jennings to the pylon. Touchdown! The Niners take the lead.
There it is, Mike. You're going to see these linebackers react down to Tonjes. Here's the dig I was talking about. They react up to that underneath route. It was a Tampa 2. The linebacker that time, Edwards, reacted up, left the hole that he was supposed to have covered in the middle of that defense, and there it goes. Unbelievable. Kyle Shanahan saw it. He saw
Burden in motion. Here comes some pressure. It's out towards Burden. Stops on a dive. Turns forward for the first down. What a run by Burden. Just shy of the 30-yard line. Kyle Shanahan has walked down for a look. 4 seconds left. 2nd and goal. Here is Williams. He's got to throw it to the end zone. Clock has expired. Williams keeps the play alive. He's looking. He's got to get rid of it. Retreating. He throws. Incomplete. It's over. And the Niners have won.
Dart, he can run. Can he ever? He can run all the way to the end zone. Touchdown. Interesting formation. Dart. Is he going to take off again? He might have to, but no. He finds an open man and hits him. Robinson stays in bounds. Robinson's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Side. A lot. Here's Scannaboo to the end zone. Touchdown. Himself. He'll give it to Scannaboo. Scannaboo, second effort. Does he get in? One official said short, the other one says touchdown. So on the near side, he signaled touchdown, but you see the other official coming in and saying he's short. That dart jumps in the air. He thinks it's a touchdown. Clete Blakeman says...
Moving in the field is at the runner's progress or stop just short of the goal line. It will be 2nd down.
That's what he says.
There it is. Look at it. He's going right through Zach Bond. Oh, that's a touchdown, right? I mean, I don't know what we're looking at.
After replay assist, the ruling of the field is a touchdown.
There it is. Yep. Replay does not lie. Gets it across before he stopped. 3rd and 7 here. Deep drop pressure. Got him by the shirt tail. Sacks him. Brian Burns. 2 for him tonight. Hurts throws. Intercepted. Picked off all the way down the sideline. Cardale Flott inside the 30. Out of bounds. Deep in Eagles territory. Scannaboo. He is in. Touchdown.
Whistles, and you're right. A lot of flags thrown.
There's 4.
Yeah, and they all came out about the same time because of this.
Hollywood Brown, Jordan Lewis.
After the play.
Lawrence keeps. Airs it. Patrick off his hands. And somehow not intercepted. End zone. Touchdown. Washington.
Hopefully he'll be okay and be able to return.
Extra man on the rush. Lawrence is able to float it. And Hunter makes the catch. In his rookie season, 44 yards.
Well, he's one of those guys who he has such great ball skills, whether he's on defense or on offense.
2nd and 8. Lawrence steps through. Wants to go. Touchdown Jaguars. On 2nd down. Picked off. Lloyd again. Devin Lloyd. What a year. Still rolling. Down the sideline. One man to beat. Lloyd. Pick 6.
Tampa Bay before losing his job to Graham Barton. 2nd and 7. This is a pick going the other way, and it's McDuffie.
Tight end, and as he comes across to cover the tight end, he bangs right into Parker Washington, and Trevor Lawrence is expected in Washington to keep Mahomes and company out of the end zone.
Here is Hunt. Touchdown. 52-yard try for the lead. And he drills it. And that is the definition of a big leg. That thing. Starting center, Robert Hainsey is out. Anton Harrison, the right tackle, was out. Now he's back in there. And Travis Hunter is out there for the Jaguars.
And no Brenton Strange,
their top tight end. Lawrence for Thomas. Oh, he dropped it in. Catch is made. And the first of the second half for Brian Thomas Jr. What a time for it.
You couldn't throw that any better. I couldn't tell if it was Karlaftis that got the pressure on him or not, but he was under duress in the pocket. And for a guy who has struggled in the early part, right here off the edge, but you see Lawrence, he has to kind of hang in there and delivers this ball. Brian Thomas, I mentioned he's had some issues with drops and struggled a little bit in the early part. Could not have come up with a bigger catch at a bigger moment.
Call against the Chiefs tonight. It's 1st and goal with 30 seconds left. Now Lawrence goes down, has to get up. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Jason Garrett.
From his 45-yard line. Their catch signal from fumble. Ball comes loose. The Jets. One running back, 2 tight ends. The handoff to Breece Hall, and he takes it in for a Jets touchdown. 2nd and goal. It is Algier. And Algier is in for a Falcons touchdown. The handoff. Robinson cuts to the outside and takes it in for a Falcons touchdown.
Looking like a wide receiver there.
Fake to Hall. And now Taylor airing it out. It is caught. Mitchell, touchdown.
He goes there.
3rd and goal, quick release. This is Sills. And Sills takes it in for a Falcons touchdown. From the Falcons 10. Taylor inside the 5 to the end zone, touchdown. Right hash from 56 yards out. His career long is 58. And Folk's kick is good. He's a folk hero at MetLife Stadium.
Shepard.
Easy pickup. Forget first down. How about touchdown? There is a flag on the far side of the field. 2nd and goal. Montgomery gets it. And no call. They're saying he's short. Now the other official says touchdown. The near official said he didn't get it. The far official came in and calls touchdown. And let's just make sure. What a drive that was. And he's in.
That's as good as it gets. I mean, it's good no matter who you're playing, but when you're playing on the road against this Ravens defense, 98 yards, that's pretty impressive. That's a good call. You see the ball in the left arm, and Sam Laporta, he leads the way, and then you got St. Brown. He's helping try to make a block as well.
Loss of 1 on that play. 4th and goal. Lamar keeps. And is in trouble. Ball's out. And it's Detroit's ball. Jack Campbell.
Book.
Play action. And touchdown Ravens. Bateman. Number 2 in the league to Baker Mayfield. And now on 3rd down, Andrews. Diving catch. Touchdown Ravens. Plays. On 1st down, a toss to Montgomery. Throws back to Goff, who airs it out for St. Brown. What a play. And what a time to show John Morton as they go into their bag of tricks and come up with that for 17.
Yeah, buy a little time, a little trickery. Take the home run shot if you have it. If you don't, then you get an opportunity to try to take that intermediate throw, which is exactly what he does. Initially, you look at this and you say, okay, was it backwards? It was backwards. So they do a heck of a job there as far as the execution goes.
St. Brown in motion. Goff for St. Brown. He is there, and he's got it.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, double move on Marlon Humphrey. So Goff isn't so much worried about St. Brown winning on the route. He's got to hold Hamilton. The safety, is watching as well, and he has to hold him this year, and he's got him playing tonight.
Here's another good run by Montgomery. He is out, being chased by Humphrey, and brought down near the 15. They pitch to Gibbs. Touchdown!
This drive this handoff here by Jared Goff, as he gives it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, it's vertical. And the reason for that is then he's able to just pitch it. It's already in a position that he needs it to be in to pitch it quickly. They're working.
And a 41-yard try by Tyler Loop. He got it. Looked like it went over the top of the upright. And the field goal is good. That was close. 28-24. Luke puts his foot into it. And it's a 4-point game in Baltimore. Russell York, that ball looked like it traveled over the top of the left upright.
Certainly very close. The rule is the whole ball has to cross over the upright inside the outside edge. So all the ball has to be inside the outside edge. It's hard to tell for sure. That's why it's not reviewable.
Jackson trying to find somewhere to go. Time runs out and tripped up by Barnes. This drive starts at the 21, down by 4. Hand off to Henry, and he gets it punched out. It's recovered by DJ Reed. Knocked out on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. And it's yet by Derrick Henry, and it was Aiden Hutchinson right there that knocked it out of the left arm of Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he was up the field. He was taking care of Lamar Jackson, and so as he gets up the field, but he just continues to play. They show up and make big plays when they need it, and he did on that last drive.
Lamar Jackson, there he is, Hutchinson. Sack number 6 for the Lions. Montgomery in the backfield on 4th and 2. Goff keeps. Floats. Amon-Ra! Perfect throw and catch! Unreal!
It's what they're used to. It's the way they're built.
Now Montgomery, he's going to break. David Montgomery is in for the touchdown!
Makes the play in a 3rd and long for Love. Stands in, zips it, and it's intercepted. Another turnover. C.J. Gardner-Johnson has it. Looking for blocks, and he's inside the 40.
start for C. What's coming? Love has time. Floats one. Watson down there. Touchdown, Packers. Checks in at wide receiver. He's missed the last 3 games. A speedy rookie. Love loading up. Going deep. Down the field. Has a man. It's caught. Touchdown. Bo Melton and the Pack. Play fake. Williams looking, throwing. It is caught. Touchdown. Oh, Olamide Zaccheaus.
I like the idea of getting Caleb outside of the pocket. He's been so dangerous all day. Drops it down barely through the arms of Nixon in coverage and finds Zaccheaus. What a catch. What a great camera angle. Sidearm delivery.
The cut, and he is in! What a run! Going in backwards from an Ungai for 2, and the Bears are right back in it. Line for 1. Love on a play fake. Quick throw. Watson with the speed. Uh-oh! Christian Watson in a foot race, and he's going to win it. Touchdown, Green Bay!
Execution.
3rd and goal. Theo Bennett in alignment in motion. He gets cut. Williams floats it the other way. It's caught for a touchdown. Colston Loveland. 3rd and 1, Green Bay. Get to the outside. Jacobs. Can he get there? Swift denies it. He breaks through. Josh Jacobs taken down by the 5 by Bayer. 3rd and goal. It is Jacobs plowing up the middle. Josh Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Packers. On the fake. Williams looking, throwing. It is intercepted. Keyshawn Nixon and the Packers will win it.
Inside the 10. Adams, touchdown. Just like that, great field position and about as easy of a drive to open a game as Matthew Stafford has had.
4. Panthers have been bottom quarter of the league in 3rd down conversions. Done it twice on this drive, trying to do it again with Hubbard. Big hole, there he goes! Big play to the Hubbard touchdown.
4-man rush. Stafford into a tight window to Nacua. Picked up by Mike Jackson. And Jackson gets the block to take it home. Now, Stafford rolling to his right. Plants and throws. Back of the end zone. Right on cue. Davante Adams in the red zone.
Makes a lot of things happen on that defense.
Oh, Young faked the pitch to Hubbard. He's got all the room in the world to run. Bryce Young gets a block and takes it down near the 35-yard line. "24 yards to the left side wide open.
Look, this is what makes Bryce Young really unique. His ability to make plays outside the pocket, and he really just makes it look effortless. I think they've been running the ball effectively, so they got a lot of tension on it. And it's not like they really had a receiver in the flat back there that was holding a defender. You know, everything was going right, which just left this huge void in that defense for Bryce Young to go make a big play.
Against Jackson. It's a run play. It is Corum fighting for the end zone. We'll check the penalty flag, but what a second effort by Blake Corum.
Look here.
Trying to plug that up, so one-on-one opportunity. It's caught by Coker for the touchdown. His first of the year. A 4th down goal for it. Stafford floats it. Nakua's the target. Oh! Puka Nacua!
Look, Mike Jackson is in a perfect position here. He doesn't bite on the double move. I mean, this is textbook as far as the technique that you would teach the corner. But you can't teach that.
Unreal from Puka Nacua. He got up after that and added 4 more yards to what is one of the best catches you will see in the Edison goal. Run play. Bang it away. Touchdown Rams. Williams puts it in to take the lead. 2 for 2 today is Carolina. On this crucial 4th down, Young, McMillan, got it! Touchdown! Panthers lead! Four-man rush. Stafford gets brought down. That ball came out. Derek Brown the hit, and DJ won him the ball. Young, shot for the win. It is held on to by Coker. And the Panthers are going to come away with a signature victory to propel them.
Different group. Henry with a block. Derrick Henry house call. Opening touchdown, Baltimore.
Move around. He's dropping back. May about to get hit. Escapes, keeps it alive. Fires intercepted. Marlon Humphrey dropping back in coverage. Backfield. Play pass. May pops it over the head. Waiting is Henry. Touchdown, New England.
Sacked by Draymond. Just watch this thing, though. All right, throw it down. Just walk away. Before it's even done, just walk away.
Cool. That was cool.
Patriots get to a one-word quick call. Pressure from the Ravens. May in trouble. Lost the ball. Ball came out. Recovered by Draymond Jones. Tyler Huntley had it to Mark Andrews. Middle of the field. Andrews trying to pitch it back. And that should be a fumble recovered by the Patriots. What is he doing? This one from 56 for the lead. Got it down. Short. No good. So
in the run game as well. 2nd and 7. It's in the hand of Flowers. Got a couple of blockers. Can he get to him? He does. There he goes. Flowers, goal line. In for the touchdown.
Fake. Mapu. In trouble. Lost the football too. Ravens will have it right around the 45. So that time the fake. Usually the path to him. Ricard blocks left. Henry runs left. Touchdown Ravens.
7th-year veteran, former Raven in the lineup. May taking a deep shot. Downfield towards Williams. He brought it in. That's a touchdown. That is Kyle Williams. His 3rd of the year. Tremendous over-the-shoulder catch.
Mac Jones, the 2023 opener. May almost tripped. Going deep ball downfield towards Booty. Booty tackled by Humphrey, who slaps the ball away.
What just happened?
I don't see a flag, and it was not a catch because it got slapped away, and that was a conversation.
It looked like Booty.
It's called incomplete, and is there no flag on the play?
Incomplete pass. 2nd down.
Oh, that's a tackle on the part of Humphrey, and the ball never got settled, and then he just swatted the thing away.
The 21, Stevenson bouncing outside. Ramondre Stevenson with a block by Williams to the end zone. The Patriots take the lead. Touchdown, New England. If the Ravens don't rally, Huntley looking. Flowers, the best man tonight. Chase down, knocked out. Patriots recover. It was Caleb on Chason who came from behind. They are trying to just finely tune this clock management, and wasting more time like this does it. May got all the time wasted, and the 1st down, shuts it down before a touchdown.
trouble, throws, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Polamau just Smith throws for the end zone. A one-handed grab. Brock Bowers, they're saying no, out of bounds. Might be worth another look.
One on the outside, you see the little shake right there, and then, I mean,
the rear doesn't
one cheek. He's got control. I mean, I think that's a touchdown.
Half a cheek equals.
Previous play is under review.
Equals an arm. That's 68 yards away. It's up there. It's out there. And it's good. It's good from 68. Extra pressure. Flips to Ashton Jeanty. And he'll get the first down. He'll get the touchdown. Raiders get 6 from the rookie. Tootin is in. Facial Tootin straight ahead, diving in for the Jacksonville touchdown. Smith throws. What a catch! It's Bowers. Brock Bowers has a Raider touchdown. Cam Little for the tie, and just got it through.
The last play of the game after a timeout.
Trey Tucker, the speediest guy the Raiders have, and the sack will come for Jacksonville, and Josh Hines Allen was in on that with Emmanuel. Geno Smith has it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown! Brock Bowers! And I think you saw the signal from Geno Smith for the win, knocked away. And the Jags defense.
Now that roar the crowd you hear is the return of the last quarterback to take him to the playoffs, Cam Newton.
Yeah, just living here in Charlotte. This is a moment that's been a long time coming. Cam hasn't been back for years, and a lot of conversations about his relationship with the organization, his relationship with ownership, but I think a moment like this puts an end to all of that.
Dang, he might break that drum. All right, so we got Cam Newton here. We got Mike Pereira here. You know it's a big game. You know it's playoff time. We got Mike. Stafford or May, head-to-head for MVP. Going end zone. Puka Nacua, and just like that, Los Angeles is on the board. Nacua with his looks to throw. First read taken away. Rips it over the middle, and it's picked off. Kobe Durant, the interception. Durant, who had just one pick the previous 2 years, 3 of them during the regular season, and he's got one here with Bryce Young. 2. Back to the air with Stafford. One-handed catch by Colby Parkinson, and there's the first look at a Rams tight end, and I'll just let you take over, Greg.
Listen, I actually texted McVay this week. I said, man, there's 2 things that I would love, back in my day. I'd love to play for you, and I'd love to coach your tight end group, because there is not a group of tight ends in the league that is asked to do all the different things because of the quantity of plays with multiple tight ends. They might not have the superstar, the George Kittle, the Kelsey, but man, Tyler Higbee's back, Colby Parkinson, Davis Allen. They got a young rookie they really love for candidate quarterback.
Look out for Devontae Adams down here. They give it to Puka Nacua, though, and Nacua breaks tackles and gets his second touchdown. Puka Nacua having himself one heck of a day. Here comes Hubbard, straight into the end zone for the Panther touchdown.
Can't help
coming after this. Almost got there. Fair catch taken by Etienne. Oh, and he lost the ball. The Rams are on top of it. That was Troy Reeder that got there first. Did he hang on?
have one more timeout to use.
The second quarter's been a teeter-totter, but both teams trying to break through still. Young steps up. He's got room. Bryce Young tucks it, runs. Bryce Young, touchdown! Third and 10. Stafford going long. Puka Nacua off his hands and incomplete. 99 times out of 100, it's a touchdown. Not this time. Fourth down.
It's now the second time these Rams receivers have one on a double move, one-on-one on the perimeter. We saw the previous drive, third down with Davante Adams, and now this time, this is probably a touchdown. I'm not sure if I've seen Puka Nacua drop a ball.
Once Adams, it's picked off! Mike Jackson makes his mark again! Chuba Hubbard, straight ahead, over the goal line, touchdown Carolina, Panthers lead.
Play because you see Nacua, he stops. Stafford thinks he's going to keep going, and then Puka Nacua does his best defensive backs. He just punches his right hand right through Nick Scott. We're lucky that wasn't another pick. 4th and 1. Becomes Davante Adams time.
Stafford has Williams. Kyron Williams puts the Rams back in front. 13-yard
tackling in space.
Evans to punt it. Coming after it and blocking it. Carolina's blocked the punt. Isaiah Simmons. And with 4:12 left, as Canales is. Blitz comes. Young, corner of the end zone. Coker, a dime, a touchdown, a Panther lead. 1st and 10 from the 19. Stafford going towards the end zone. Parkinson, what a catch, and the touchdown. Colby Parkinson.
Got a 3-man overload side.
The overload in that backup left tackle you're talking about. Last chance. Young. It's dropped, and it's over. Jimmy Horn drops it, and the Rams survive.
Play action. Pass is caught. First down, 19-yard line. Todd Washington, the ball is now out. The ball is out. It's picked up by the Ravens. Tackle is made at the 6-yard line. Alohi Gilman. Here he goes again. He throws, and this time it is caught for the touchdown by the tight end Mark Andrews.
It puts a lot on the mind of the defense, including their eyes. They lose Mark Andrews on the back. Does a good job of kind of pulling the defense's attention to him, and then goes back into the inside to one of his favorite targets, Mark Andrews.
Down in 7. Pass is caught by Andrews for another touchdown.
Each other. Todd Monken could not have drawn this up any better. Bang, right there. And you could see that Mark Andrews is able to pull away. No chance for Elijah Campbell to come over. Lamar Jackson, his eyes must have lit up when he saw those two defensive backs run right into each other. Man coverage, couldn't have called a better play.
Lamar under center. Lamar under pressure. Wide open again, this time to number 88, Charlie Kolar, for the touchdown.
To him trying to kind of hide from the defense, will kind of go down. Maybe he lost his footing there, but keeps his balance. And that is a great way for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens to start this second half.
Off the fake, deep drop, looks around, fires over the middle, touchdown, Rashad Bateman. But a flag is down.
And now he's going right here. Sees man coverage. Watch the adjustment here by Bateman. Comes right back to him. The defender in man coverage was Jack Jones, and he doesn't adjust back. He assumed that he was going to go make a push here, just like last year. They played great tonight.
To a deep downfield, and it's going to be intercepted by Starks, the rookie, first-round pick. Now the guy with a flag down.
To come up with a scheme that's going to protect their quarterback against all of that.
Jump pass, Mariota intercepted. Down the sideline, Greenlaw's got it. Greenlaw to the 34-yard line. So they moved it down to take the lead. Rodriguez up the middle to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Two big targets to the left. Nick's looking that way, not open, trying to take off. Got it away for the touchdown for Sutton. His knee was almost down, but he kept it alive. Fire to Sutton. Denver has the lead. Mariota to the back. Oh, he caught it! Burks! Unbelievable touchdown!
That Burks was so hungry for action, and that is a classic. One-handed, one fingertip over the edge of the ball to stop that thing, hold off the defense. Stop it! That's insane.
Half a dozen DBs in for Quint. Nix double pumps and he threw an interception to Bobby Wagner. The veterans got it at the 36-yard line. Surtain, the defensive player of the year, over there with him. They're going to decide to run here. They don't have a timeout. Mariota tries to get to the sideline, and he does. Whoa, 12 seconds left. They got the first down. That was so dangerous.
Well, the other part of this, if Mariota does not finish going forward and he's going backwards there, if he doesn't do that.
Snap was good. Wade put it down. Mooney tied the game. And we'll go to overtime. Be the running back. Hey, he's got it left side into the end zone for the touchdown. Game decider. Mariota inside the corner. Touchdown. Going for two and the win. Washington for the win. Mariota has it rejected by Bonito. And Denver has won 9 in a row.
This is the running back. Play action. Ward. He's got a wide open Okonkwo. Chigo Okonkwo inside the 20. Stays on his feet. Okonkwo. Wow! Touchdown! What a play! Penalty makes it first down and 20. Ward in trouble. Chase Young ripped it away. Young on the return. Young at the 10. 5. Touchdown! What a play by Chase Young! Out of time coming off the clock. Ward to the end zone. Wide open touchdown. Elikayo Manor with his 4th touchdown of the year. Last in the NFL. Trying to change that here. Shuck looking end zone. Touchdown! Olave! That's a red zone touchdown. Shuck, pump fake, now looking deep. Olave down there, he's got him. Olave down the sideline, turning on the Jets, and brought down from behind by Baker. Let's see where he goes here on 2nd and goal. Looking for Austin in the end zone. Austin got it! Touchdown! And that's the first NFL touchdown for Kevin Austin. Estime bounces off a bunch of tacklers, and there he goes! Estime! Touchdown! Another one for the highlight reel.
3rd and 5. Darnold back to float one deep, has a man. Shaheed! He's got it! Foot race, and he's tripped up. A bomb to Rashid Shaheed, and that's a heck of a start. Walker gets it again, tries to sprint to the edge. He's so fast, he gets there. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, not the normal length of the field.
Play action, pressure. Stafford going to take shot deep. Nakua's open. He's got it. Stafford to Nakua on a big connection down to the 26. Call it a 2nd and 2. Give it to him again. Makes the man miss. What a move that was. And all the way down to the Ram 38. He got right around Omar Speights like he wasn't even there.
Wow. I mean, make a miss in the backfield. Look at this. The little shimmy right, left, basically untouched. They're going to need to tackle a lot better than that. When you got unblocked linebackers, that's all the defense can really ask for. But at some point, you got to get them on the ground. Right there, that's another.
In the backfield, subbing for Charbonnet. Fake it to him. Darnold roll. Looking, throwing. Oh, did he keep it in bounds? He did! Come on! Smith and Jigba, just terrific.
Watch him coming from the other side of the field. They boot to the left, and Darnold puts it just out there. And why do you need two hands when you got one? That's why the Rams have been so successful with Matthew.
Quick throw. It's Davante Adams in stride. And a beauty of a throw and catch. Adams down to the 22 and a first down for LA.
Great throw. One-on-one with Witherspoon, and that is a lot of hand fighting. Adams is as good as anybody on the release. Stafford, a perfect throw, 1 foot in front of the numbers. A little spark they needed from Adams.
3rd and 10. Stafford in trouble. Big trouble. Dropped and sacked. Ball is out. They're going to say he was down as DeMarcus Lawrence gets home.
Maybe a face mask they missed here on Matthew in the pocket.
And we bring in Dean Blandino. Couple things, Dean. It looks like they missed a face mask, and I guess that looked like a fumble, but the Rams got it back, right?
Correct. It was a fumble recovered by the Rams. There was a grab.
Stafford looking, floats when Williams wide open, and he scores. Touchdown, Rams. Darnold looking at him again. Some pressure though. Hit as he throws. Man open. Guess who? Smith and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle.
They get enough time in pass protection. Smith and Jigba in the backfield. They get enough time for him to kind of stand in the pocket. Wait for that to develop. He comes out. Cooper Kupp takes the underneath part of the coverage. And I just don't know how you let the best punter in the league come out and change field position.
So they'll try and do. Beautiful spiraling deep kick. Smith who bobbled. He lost it. Seattle recovers.
It's been a clear Achilles heel for this team. Getting kicks blocked. They fired their special teams coach in December. And
Darnold to throw. Back, hit, throws, end zone, caught! Touchdown! Jake Bobo! It's his 4th catch of the year!
The 12s are fired up. All the coverage was rotating to the right side of the field. Bobo with a little wiggle to the corner, back to the post. Heavy groupings that the Rams do a great job keeping the Seahawks off balance with.
Stafford now lets her rip far sideline. Davante Adams is down inside the 5. Stafford looking to throw. Floats one end zone. Adams is in. Touchdown, LA. That is some answer.
Done a great job.
3rd down here over the middle. Cooper Kupp. It's in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
87 yards or whatever it is. 83 yards. I don't know.
7, you got it.
Not a math major.
You did it.
No, it is. It feels like 200 yards. I said that earlier in the game, the way this defense is playing.
Stafford going to go deep to Davante Adams, and he gets a lot.
I think this is going to be unsportsmanlike on Seattle after the play. Happened well after the play
was over. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Taunting. Seattle, number 27. 15-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. It's an automatic first down. This is number 27's first unsportsmanlike towards disqualification.
That was 4th and 12. And you see he's yapping at the Rams bench, Dean.
Exactly right. He's going at the Rams bench. That's directed at an opponent. That's a big penalty because going
costly.
Now
see if they can make him pay. Stafford, low up, going deep. Nakua's open. He has got it. Touchdown.
Here's the route. Just a little stutter at that move point, which is about 14 yards. That's where the intermediate passing takes place. So when you can just freeze the defensive back's foot, an infinite amount more time.
Oh, look out. Cam Kinchens flies through the line and gets a big sack, the third for the Rams.
The ball.
4th and 1. They're going to throw it. Stafford in trouble. Trying to get there. He gets there. Stafford looking, throwing, it is incomplete. Seattle takes over. Devin Witherspoon makes the play. The Seahawks deny the Rams and they get it back with 4:54 to go in the lead.
This is the cat and mouse that you play with the D coordinator. They've got 7 guys up at the line of scrimmage. So Matthew's thinking, I got to get rid of it quickly. Then everybody drops out. It ends up basically being a 2-man rush. 9 in coverage. And when you have 9 in coverage, well, they're going to blanket a lot of those receivers. I saw McVay running down the sideline wondering if he thought he had the right call. And then he just decided to ride with his core.
Desperation for Stafford. 8 seconds left. Loading up near side Nakua. Is he out of bounds?
Oh my God.
With 3 seconds. They're going to run the clock. That's going to do it. The Seahawks soar to Super Bowl 60. They are going to relied on a lot tonight. 4th and 3. No Rashad Bateman, the receiver's out for the Ravens. Pressure from the Steelers. Jackson throws complete and downfield for the touchdown is Devontae Walker. His 3rd of the season without Bateman. 3rd and 9. Again, it's a 4-man rush. Rodgers has room to throw, room to run as well, and he gets there for the first down to the 40-yard line.
Screen.
Smith in motion. Hit. Gainwell tries to cut it inside. Not gonna get there. Alohi Gilman says no. The Steelers are denied. The Ravens take the lead and momentum to the locker room. Lamar Jackson had it rejected, intercepted on the deflection. T.J. Watt. Highsmith deflected it. Watt has his 2nd pick of the year. And the Steelers are in business.
Oh, baby, no renegade needed now. They are just getting their hands up. Hayward, Highsmith, and T.J. Watt. And that makes it all worthwhile for T.J. Watt. Think of all that he has gone through to have a chance to play in this football game. The surgery, the rehab, and the bounce finally came his way.
Now let's give it officially to Hayward on the deflection. The 2 sets of hands there. And Lamar Jackson, only 4 of 8 for the game, throws a pick. 3rd and 4. Steelers bring 4. Highsmith is there. Jackson got away. Now reloads and throws to Flowers downfield. He's got it for a touchdown! For the screen. It's Gainwell running right, trying to get to the corner. In for the touchdown!
Still a shot.
3rd and 1. Fake to Henry Jackson. Shot downfield. Zay Flowers again. Zay Flowers inside the 20. He's going to go. There is a side of the field. Let's see what that is. Freiermuth. Rodgers protected. Throws to Austin for the touchdown! The extra point from Boswell. Twisting, no good! No good! He missed the extra point. He had not. It's 4th and 7. Season on the line. Jackson lofting it up, and it is held on to by Isaiah Likely. Snap good. Holden. The kick is no good. It is wide right, and the Steelers are the champions of the North. From 44 yards. And just like the Boswell extra point, the kick goes right. And the 106th National Football League season takes all the emotions up and down, including the devastation for the rookie of what might have been. And for Derrick Henry, he missed it. It will not be. And for John Harbaugh and the Ravens, a crushing defeat just like started this regular season. And for Mike Tomlin, the standard is the standard. And the champion of the North is Pittsburgh. Lamar Jackson is ready to celebrate. Aaron Rodgers got to celebrate. The Chevrolet postgame coming up after this.
Two teams have been decided by one score. Smith, the return man. Oh, he loses the ball! Jacksonville had a beat on it, and they've got it underneath.
Just a punch, a really well-placed punch directly on the football, gets it out. And Jacksonville jumps on top of it, and they're going to have fantastic field position here to try and capitalize after only getting a field goal off the first turnover.
So that ball got popped away by Miller, and Strigo jumped on top of it.
Looks like Will might have one up top.
Lawrence, he will fire back of the end zone. It's handled. Parker Washington, fantastic grab for the touchdown.
That second foot down, it looks like he might have. Incredible job going up for the ball. 1 foot. 2. Wow.
So it's Tommy Townsend punting from his own end zone. Parker Washington backpedals. Townsend got all of it from the 28-yard line. Oh, what a move by Washington! Parker Washington! He's going the distance! Touchdown! Lawrence will soft toss it, and stepping in front for the pick. Stingley reads it perfectly.
Stingley said no field goals for anybody. He had the penalty earlier on the drive, and here he just undercuts this route perfectly and dives for the interception. He's going to come off the right side of your screen, and look at him undercut this route. And then one-handed, beautiful interception by one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL.
And now flip it with one big play. Houston will have a chance at some points instead of Little settling in for Lawrence. Will operate from the gun. It's a handoff. ETN knifes his way for the score. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Through one man on his way into the end zone. You're going to see ETN's right here in the backfield. He's going to come back out the same side that he starts on. Offensive line does a good job. You get a kick out block from the tight end, and then he just carries Bullock into the end zone to give Jacksonville a 19-point lead, which could be a lot to overcome.
Yards rushing in 6 of their 8 games this season. Mills. That was well designed to Schultz, and they pick up the first down. 2nd and 10 for Houston. Shotgun, Mills gets rid of it quickly, Trying the catch and curl is Nico Collins. Jacksonville down to 1 timeout remaining. The speedster Woody Marks is in there. Mills are going to throw it, and they're going to convert it to Knowles.
And it hasn't looked the way that Houston Texans fans hoped it would.
3rd down and 10. Mills, pocket holds up. Mills to the end zone. Higgins has got it for the touchdown. For the Texans faithful.
Dalton Schultz is going to clear out here, which opens a space for Higgins up top, and Mills puts it right on him in the end zone. Overcome a couple of their boogeymen so far today. They scored on the goal line. Here they're getting in the red zone. See if they can do it with the 2-point conversion.
Mills. They will to Collins. He's got it. What kryptonite. It has not been a big offensive day for the Jaguars by any measure. Deep drop. Lawrence steps up, and Lawrence is tossed down by Hunter. He is having a whale of a day.
Josh Hines-Allen yesterday told us this is a battle of our D-lines, ours versus theirs, and the better D-line's going to win.
Oh, what a catch by Collins!
No, but they're winded. I know exactly what you mean, Evan. That's a very legitimate discussion.
Terrific move by Marks. Mills throws it. The catch. The curl by Higgins. And then the tackle made by Wingard. Gain of 7. Mills hooks a pass. Back in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz walking the tightrope.
Example of extremely tight coverage, but the ball is put where only Schultz can get it, and he goes up and grabs it. They say throw the ball low on the goal line and high on the end line. That way only your man can get it. And this is that concept executed to perfection. That ball's either going to Dalton Schultz
and find Schultz. Now a big 2-point attempt. Moving pocket. Mills in some trouble. He throws, and it's intercepted. Each team only 1 timeout remaining. Lawrence on a 3rd and 4. That ball gets deflected. Al Shire. 4th down, Jacksonville. 6:02 on the clock. Mills to throw it. Mills fires complete. Dalton Schultz with a big gain of 21 yards. This running game has slowly started to hit for Houston. Nick Chubb now checks in. Mills gets rid of it. High pass is handled by Higgins. Under 3 minutes to go. Motion man is Knoll. It's a running play to Chubb. Up the middle, Chubb. First down. It's a little pop to Marks. Blocker turns the corner, first down.
Marks for the first down.
Clock continues to roll. We're down to 1:26 to play. First down for Houston. Mills pats the ball. He throws it. End zone! Incomplete. Flag down. Kirk the intended target. Jones the defender.
Pass interference. Defense number 22. Ball's placed at the front of the flag. It's an automatic first down.
Davis Mills.
What a rush, Walker.
Steps up. He's going to run. Mills looking for the pylon. He's got the angle. Touchdown, Texans. Put Houston in front.
Clearly in here, but he outran Walker all the way to the end zone. Walker with an unbelievable move on Trent Brown comes free. And Mills just scampers his way in. Like you said, Ian, the most...
Mills loses it and then just jumps on top of it. They never even get a playoff. Lawrence will operate from the gun. Deep drop. Lawrence steps up.
There it is.
He's going to run.
There it is.
Lawrence ducks out of bounds as he hits the 45.
See everybody protecting the perimeter out here.
Lawrence. He's sacked, and it's over. Will Anderson Jr. gets there. The ball pops in the air, and Rankins takes it the distance. What a way to end it! The Texans come from behind.
Kneecap and toe injury. He's just amazing. First, they're going to get him in the backfield and in the end zone. And Hunt was knocked down. It's a safety. And Simmons has come up with his third big play of the game. And Hunt, a little dazed as he walks off. He ran into a wall, and it was Jeffrey Simmons who comes up with the safety. And Tennessee has taken an early 2-0 lead.
Simmons is going to be lined up right there. He gets right by Suamatai and gets into the backfield. Watch the swim move. He gets into the back, and he has no chance. Kareem Hunt has nowhere to go. Simmons continuing his stellar play. A couple of years with some first-round picks. The last, not with Cam Ward, but the previous 2 years. So trying to establish that group up front.
Julius Chestnut is the back from the 7. Here's a little pitch. They go up 7 pass touchdown.
How about that pirouette?
Wow, what a play.
That spin of 360, fake it, and then all of a sudden.
Okonkwo is the one to catch it, moving in and get the touchdown pass. A 7-yarder.
Watch this. He's going to spin around, fake it here, then turn around, flip it right back forward. Good little kick out block. And because of the action in the backfield position today.
Pollard back there now. 2nd down 8. They bring everybody. Here comes Tranquil. Here comes Hicks. And he's belted as he throws and caught DK.
Job that Ward does in the pocket. Watch, he wants to throw out to the right. Then it collapses because of Tranquil's blitz. Then he gets to the outside. DK's going the other direction. And Ward, once he sees DK change direction.
Jim DK, a rookie out of Florida. It was a beauty and hit by Fulton.
DK just seeing that Ward is struggling in the pocket. Let's see, 1, 2. Looks like he has him down that line of scrimmage. Trying to get a quick snap.
1st and goal. Here they go. Ward, end zone, touchdown. DK.
Montgomery stays in the backfield.
And trouble with the snap. Van Ginkel jumps on it. The challenge pays off.
For Aaron Jones. It's 3rd and goal. And it is Jones. And he is in for the touchdown.
Minnesota on the board first.
Thanks so much. Good luck. Thank you.
On the stutter step move. Thanks so much, AJ.
The ball came out. And another fumble recovery. Byron Murphy jumped right on the loose change.
Goff looks.
Goff throws. It is caught. Touchdown. Isaac Tesla has done it again.
Boy, Drew, this looked eerily similar to last week. Towards the end of the game, this time he actually squeezed it.
Yeah, just tipped off his hands last week. Here, boy, this is why you love big targets in the red zone. That is a heck of a catch in a critical situation. All those windows are going to be tight down there, so in a lot of cases, the safest place to throw that ball is right up around the crossbar, and you let the big guys jump up and snag it, just like Tesla did there.
3rd and 18. Here comes the pressure. Van Ginkel got in there. Goff got rid of it, and it's picked.
Byron Murphy takes it away, and he's out of bounds with another major shift in favor of Minnesota.
Great field position.
Let's see what Goff and company can do here.
Not much. Goff gets walloped. Ball comes out. Minnesota's right there. This Vikings defense is relentless.
Tyler Shuck down in New Orleans. 42 starts in college. That certainly benefits guys.
Get tricky here.
Jordan Addison turns on the speed. Look out. Addison. Can he get there? Forced toward the sideline. Touchdown. Trouble again, and Goff just has to jump on it. Van
Detroit keeps the football with 2:59 remaining, and it's 4th and forever.
Really